Hello everybody. So this is a part of our Scratch program, which is a lesson for our grade 6 students at St. Michael's Institute of Bacoor. Now of course, we had an introduction video on what the Scratch can do, and of course, the parts that is included in the interface of the application itself. Now, before we proceed in creating our own example or own game, just have a brief description on where you could get your Scratch application. So, of course, you need an active internet connection and a browser. More likely, you just need to search for Scratch. Now, currently there are already 3 versions of this Scratch. Of course, the basic application, Scratch 2.0 and Scratch 3.0. Now, if you download 2.0, this of course will cover, this video would cover how to use Scratch 2.0. However, if you already got the concept in creating applications or games or stories using 2.0, you wouldn't have any problem in using Scratch 3.0. Now, let me just show you how to download Scratch 2.0. So again, you have to search and then click on the link, and there would be the requirements. Now, of course, the first requirement is Adobe Air. Now, the latest version would be downloaded by clicking on the operating system that you have. Of course, I have Windows, so I've already downloaded this, I've already installed this, but you may still do if it's your first time. Now, once you're done installing the Adobe Air, you may download the Scratch Offline Editor, and if you have, or if you want any other supporting materials that include starter projects, getting started and so on, you could also download these materials. Now, let's proceed with, of course, the PowerPoint presentation that you already saw in the first video. So there are 3 parts of the Scratch interface: the stage, the sprite list, and the script tabs. Now, of course, those 3 interface or parts of the interface have different buttons on them. And now, an example, under the stage you have almost 3 buttons. This is the theater mode. It would automatically, if you click on this button, it would automatically turn your screen into full screen mode. This is the running or the green flag. It means you will start the program, and of course this red icon would stop the program. So in the sprite list, this contains all of the animated sprite that you want. You may either choose from the current library. Now, the Scratch 3.0 includes many updates on the sprite library, and of course it doesn't buffer too much, just like this one. Just like this one, it's buffering because it's loading its sprite library. So for now, I'll just cancel this one. You may also draw or paint your Scratch sprite. You may also upload a picture from your file, and you may use the camera of your laptop, or maybe an external camera that is connected to your PC. This includes also the stage or the backdrop. When we say backdrop, it's the background of the stage, so currently it's on widescreen. Under the scripts tab, this is on the rightmost side. This contains, of course, all the command blocks that we'll be using. So it has different categories like motion, that of course pertains to the motion of the sprite. The pen would have a pen writing, or would mimic the writing mode. The data, of course, is for a variable like HP bars, maybe speed. You could use this one. Operators for calculation of value. Sensing is for sensing, of course. I will show you an example later on. And of course, the most important one is the events. So under the events commands, this is where the program will start. Around most of the programs that you will write in Scratch would need an event. So also included in Sprite tab, that is of course, we have 3 tabs here: scripts, the costumes. So this is where you could paint or edit the costume of the sprite. So every sprite has different costumes, like in this example. And you could also create sounds or upload music from your own library. So most of the time, if you want a background music, you may upload it here under the sound tab. Make sure you are connected or you have clicked on the sprite that you want to have the music before even uploading a file. Okay, so this is basically the Scratch 2.0 interface. Now you'll notice a question mark here, question mark logo. If you click on that, there will be a different tutorials on how you could start on creating your own program. But for now, let's just stick with how could I create my own. So first of all, if I want to create an example Flappy Bird, I have the option to create my own sprite or to edit sprite that is already in the library of Scratch. And of course, I want to change the background. So here, there's the Sprites tab. You may either click from the library, you may draw your background, or you may upload. So for now, let's just click on the library. Okay, so most of these files are located in the directory where your Scratch was installed. So basically, it's on program files, etc. But the only difference is that it doesn't have the common format for file. Example, the JPEG, the PNG. Most probably, it would have a different file type. So let's just say I want the background of maybe school, right? Okay. Just need to double click on that particular backdrop or click on OK. So as you may notice, I have already 2 backdrops. One is for the white, and the number 2 would be the school. Now, of course, this would automatically change the tab into backdrop. Now you could edit. First, you may edit, add shapes if you want to. You may erase, etc., etc. Duplicate sprite or an image. Now, before even proceeding with the school, what I want my program to do is have a welcome screen. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to use the backdrop, which is backdrop 1. I would like to change the background color into purple. Pangit. It's a same black. Okay, now in this backdrop, this is already the paint editor. Inside the paint editor, you have custom tools to edit the image, the sprite, of course, and you also have the option to zoom in and zoom out. Now, if you're having trouble with the texture of the sprite, you may change the image to convert or to vector. If you want a maybe medyo pangit, kumbaga pangit or ugly costume or drawing, you may use the bitmap. That of course consume a little bit, just a little space on your hard disk drive. But using the vector, it will probably add a few MB on your Scratch program. Okay, so for now, I've converted my backdrop into vector mode, and as you may notice, there is another set of commands. If you convert it back to bitmap, there's another set of commands. Now, of course, I will not teach you how to use these tools, because basically, if you go to paint, you will already know what these tools are for. And if you're already using maybe Photoshop, these are just basic tools. Alright, so let's just add text. For now, let's change the font to Dora. I want my text color to be white. Okay. Let's just add welcome to let's make it fun, maybe Flappy Cat. Okay, welcome to Flappy Cat. What I want to do is create maybe an outstanding text. So to do that, I'll just need to duplicate or multiply this text inside. As you can see, it already copied my text, and I want to change the font. I want to change the font to font color, maybe to gray. So this would of course make a somehow effect on the text itself. And you could also put the layer in front or back. Let's just change the white text to a more appealing color, maybe yellow. Just try. If you're happy with the effect, let me now go back to your other scripting or other scripts. Okay. So since I'm happy with this one, I'm just going to proceed back to the script stack. Alright, so what I want to do now is I want my program to change its backdrop from backdrop 1. Let's just rename this. I want this to be my welcome screen, so I could remember it, not backdrop 1. So welcome screen, and this is the school 1. What I want my program to do is when I click anywhere on the stage, I want it to automatically change into school 1. Okay, so to do that, once again, if you're coding and you want your program to run, you need to click on the green flag. That means you're running the program. Now under the event, as you can see, when I click on the green flag, okay, I'll just need to drag and drop command blocks what I need. I want my program to change the background, right? So what I want to do now is look under the looks, and then from the original, which is welcome screen, when I click on the green flag, it will switch automatically to the welcome screen. And then I would need, if I press on the spacebar, I wanted to change to school 1. So to do that, I'll just need to add more. I just need to add more commands, of course, using the different categories of command blocks. So as you can see, I'm using forever. Dito may forever sa lab. Siguro meron rin. Joke. So when the green flag is clicked, it would automatically switch backdrop to welcome screen. And then if I press on the space bar, I want to change the backdrop to school 1. Okay, so let's try. Click on the green flag. As you can see, the code is already highlighted. That means it's running. Switch the backdrop welcome screen, so it's okay. Now if I press on the space bar, good, so it's running. Now if you spam or if you try to press on the space bar again, as you may notice, it would not have any effect because you only have one code for this one, which is switch backdrop to school 1. If I want to change it back to the welcome screen, I could click on the green flag. That's what I wanted. Okay, but if you want to change the backdrop again to the welcome screen, okay, just put another code here. So if key space is pressed, switch backdrop to school 1. Maybe I'll wait for 1 second before changing back to welcome screen. but that would be redundant. So let's count. 1 second. There you go. So it's to change back to welcome screen. So to remove the codes, all you need to do is click, drag, and then put it back to where it came from. Just like that. Good. So I think my backdrop is already okay. Now, the next question is, how would I make my cat, since this is Flappy Cat, how would I move my cat? Now, if you have noticed, if we click on the backdrop, there's a separate code here for the backdrop. If you click on the sprite one, the sprite or the code would be empty, because as you can see, every sprite that you have has different codes. So please take note where you put your codes, right? Where you put your command blocks. Now, so right now, let's just try again to have this cat to go up and down. Okay, so to do that, let's just use the if and then. Don't forget to use the forever command. So when I hit a particular button, example is the letter W for up, okay, it should go up and down. So let's proceed to the motion. Now take note of this move command blocks. There are many options. Please do not get lost in using any of this command. Now basically it's most of it are really self-explanatory. However, there might be a problem when you are designing your costume, right? There would be a problem, especially in moving around the sprite in the stage itself. Okay, so going back, I want my cat to go up and down. Okay, so using the motion, I like to change the X. I know you're already familiar with algebra and calculus. Probably you know about the axis, right? So there's what we call the X and Y axis. So Y, of course, pertains to the up and down, and then the X pertains to the left and right. Now, if you want your sprite to be in the same exact spot, for example, I want my cat to start from here. Okay, you may notice that there would be changes in the motion command blocks. So wherever you try to put the cat or your sprite, it would automatically get the coordinates of that particular sprite. So I want my cat to start from here. All I need to do now is, when the green flag is clicked, I like my cat to go here. So example, I would change the X, maybe the Y, because we're going up and down. So using this change, or maybe using any other value, please take note, if you have the value of positive, it means either going right if it's X, and going up if it's Y. So since the value is 10, it would, from the starting point, it would go up. Negative 105 plus 10. Let's try. But do not forget the condition. If I press on the W key, which would be my up button, it would change the Y by 10. Okay, let's try. There's the welcome screen. Spacebar again. Okay, good. As you can see, it's going up. Now, if you click on the green flag again, this is what the code does to the sprite. So it would automatically return this one. Okay. Let's just add another text here so that users could would know what to press. Press spacebar. Start. Now this is the good thing about using a vector mode. You could resize your image not like in using bitmap. It's like using paint for starters. Let's just change this text. Okay, I'd like to duplicate this one. It's spacebar. And okay, so I'm happy with this one. Oh, pangit. Palit. Pangit rin. Ano magandang color? Yan, green. Parang pangit. Nagkakahilo. Yan. Good. I like the effect. Okay. Press spacebar to start. Right. So let's try it again. There you go. Press spacebar to start. Change. There you go. The command of pressing W. Now, sir, I want my cat to go down if I'm not pressing on the W. All you have to do is, of course, change the Y by a negative value. Example, negative 10. So when you're pressing the W button, it would automatically add 10. And if you're not pressing it, it would automatically change to negative 10. Sir, there seems to be a problem with your command. Why? Because it's forever going up and down, right? Because you've used the forever command block. If you didn't use the forever command block, just like this one, let's try it again. It will not run at all. Okay, so you have to use this one. Now, if you don't want your cat to spam on going up and down, you may use the control. Under the control, there is the wait command block. So this would automatically have a anti-spam kung tawagin pa. Baga, hindi siya magi-spam lagi. Hindi siya forever. Also, the value, of course, of the wait could be lower than 1 second because it's denoted by millisecond. As you can see, it's going up very slowly because you have a 0.5 millisecond or 0.55 millisecond at least going up and down. Okay, so this is an anti-spam command. There you go. Wait, now, sir, your cat is already going up and down. However, you're still on the starting screen. I want to hide the cat. Now, under the sprite list, you would notice there's your sprite and there's the icon. This stands for information. Now, if you click on this button, you would notice that there is a sprite name. You can change it also. Fluffy cat. Okay. You could also change the direction of the sprite you want. Please do note, if you're going to change the direction, you would have problems when dealing with movements. So make sure you will not use this one at least. Okay. So there is the 3 set of rotation style. For like if you reach this edge, it will only bounce back to the left and right position. If you use the all around, this is the all around feature, it would bounce back and forth whenever the sprite is facing. And the absolute pertains, or the dot pertains to absolute. That means no bouncing or no direction would be changed. For example, if you reach this one, it would just go back just like this one. If you, however, use the left and right, if you bounce on the rightmost side, it would automatically make your cat go to the right, or point in the right position or left position, just like that one. Alright, absolute, again, no direction would be changed. If it's all around, you may change the orientation of the sprite. Let's just say I want my cat to always face on 90 degrees, or in the right, facing right. Good. Okay, now I want my cat to hide, so you could tick on this box, okay, to hide your sprite. Also, if you want to hide your sprite, every time you press on the green flag, you could also look under the looks command block, and then under it should be, inside this is the hide option. Okay, as you can see, there is already a show command block and also hide. Now every time you click on the green flag, it would go here and of course hide your sprite, just like that. Okay, now sir, if I hit on the space bar, the cat isn't showing. How could I play the game, right? So we need to create another event or maybe another condition, because if I click on the spacebar, it would show the backdrop of school, and I want my flappy cat, which is located there, to show also. So to do that, you may either create another layer of command, just like this command, right? When forever, if key space is switch backdrop 1. Now this time, I would create for the cat. I click on the sprite of flappy cat. I'll drag and drop the forever, and if it detects the space bar, it should show my cat. So when green flag is clicked, it would automatically hide the cat, but if I press on the space bar, it would show my flappy cat. Let's try. Okay, so it's currently hidden. Here you go. Space bar, there's the cat. Right? So let's just try, since the flappy cat is already near at the bottom, actually it's on the bottom side when I start the game. Let's try to move the cat instead of from here. Let's start from here in the middle. Okay. Also, I would change this one, because once again, you don't need to put or to get the value of your mouse pointer of the coordinates here, because when you move a sprite, it would automatically get its coordinates. So I want my cat to start from here. All I need to do is move the last position, which was here, and then change it and drag and drop the updated coordinates. Okay, just to make sure when the green flag is clicked and when the space bar is clicked, the cat or the flappy cat would start from here. Okay, so starting here. So let's just remove. Let's try spacebar. There you go. So it started from the middle, whatever coordinate that is, the negative 180 to y15. Okay, now the only problem here is that there's no obstacle to pass through, and of course the cat is has a very dull costume, right? So it's when it's moving up or moving down, it's not moving at all. The happiness level is totally 0. Okay, so to change the costume, of course you need to click on the costume tab. Make sure you have click on the sprite that you want to be edited. Right now, since this is a flappy cat, I want my cat to have a wing. Okay, so to do that, I could draw maybe a wing like that one, pero pangit. So what I'm going to do is click on another sprite that has wings, just like this one, the bat. Go to costume. Okay, as you can see, it's almost perfect. The only problem here is it has the bat in the middle. I want only the wings. Now, what I'm going to do here is ungroup, just like in Microsoft Word and Excel. Okay, I've ungrouped the image so that the costume would only have the remaining, or the costume now would only have the wings. So I would need to add this to my Flappy Cat. So I'm just going to select this. You could use the duplicate method. Okay. Oh, sorry. Again, duplicate, drag and drop to Flappy Cat. Sorry. Control C, Control V. There you go. Another one. Control C. Change it back to Flappy Cat. Okay. Once again, there is an order for the sprite. There you go. So it's showing on the back of the cat. I think it's good. And the sprite 2 would have, of course, the second costume of bat. What? Okay. Medyo awkward siya, pero sige, ayusin na lang natin later. Okay. Good. So, medyo nakakatawa to. So, ang gawin ko dito sa pusa, what I'm going to do with the cat is, I want to remove his hand or her hand. So, to do that, I'm just going to ungroup again the image, the default image, delete the arm. So, it would only have the wings. And, of course, you could also rotate the image if you want to. But for now, let's just stay to the default. Okay, so it's already, or the cat is has already its wings. I just need to delete this one because I'm not going to use this. Okay, so right click, delete. So I think I'm happy. Sir, could I change the color of the wings? Of course you may. Since you are using vector mode, right? You could change, of course, the image color shape. Let's have red for the wings and yellow for, oh no, I'm going to use the eyedropper here so I can get the color orange. Let's just also move the wings. Yun. Ayan, medyo maayos na siya, no? Okay, also this one, orange and then red. What do you think, guys? What is the best color for his wings? Ayan. Wait, para mas medyo nakakatakot, no? Medyo customized tayo, no? Let's change his mouth. Ayan. Okay. And let's add some teeth. Oh, pangit. Oh, pwede na po siguro yan. Okay. Tapos dito sa costume 2. Okay. Let's change the color of the wings again. Red. And then orange. As you may notice when you're using the fill, you also have the option to have a gradient effect. Okay, parang ganyan. Gradient. Para mas maganda lang, no? Pero depende po sa inyo yan. Parang bet ko to. Ay, red nga pala siya. Yan. Para medyo maganda-ganda. Okay, fill effect. Yun. Okay. And then just a few more adjustments to his wings. Close lang natin yung black line. careful in adjusting the nodes, alright? This is a very difficult task, but if you perfect it, or if you already got the technique in using the nodes, especially if you're already handled maybe Photoshop, you will not have any problem with using nodes. Kasi dito magkakatalo yung talagang mahihirapan sa paggamit ng node, no? Yan. So I'm happy with the wing. So okay na siya. Wala na rin yung arm. Just na rin natin itong konti. Okay. Let's try. Costume 1. Okay. Medyo pangit itong ngiti nung isa eh. Adjust na rin natin ito. Para happy. Yan. Para may facial expression. Okay, so the game is medyo awkward yung itsura, pero okay siya. Mukhang okay naman. A few things to note when you're editing a costume, especially this one. You would have to always correct its coordinates on the stage. So to do that, just click on this cross. This of course would set the costume center. So pag naglolo ko po yung sprite nyo, halimbawa hindi pa sagad dito pero naglolo ko na siya, ibig sabihin hindi po nakaset yung center mo ng maayos. So halimbawa, pag sinet ko yung center mo dito, doon siya pupunta. So I think probably this is the center and this is your sprite. Just need to click and drag. There you go. So most of the sprite, including the DIY sprite, has you always have to set the costume center, right? Now, the problem is the wings is overlapping the edge, right? So nag-overlap tayo. What I want is to shrink the costume. You may use this commands. So pwede ko siyang shrink. This would have effect on both of the costume. So katulad yan. Basta pag ginamit nyo to, automatically yung sprite mismo yung gumagalaw, no? Yan. Okay, let's try. Green flag. Yan na yung aking welcome screen. Spacebar. Okay. So, it's moving, yes. But it's not changing its costume, right? So, let's just add a few more scripts. So, when I press the W, I want the costume to change. Take note guys, yung costume, you could also rename it. Okay, so halimbawa, this is the costume 2 would be up or fly. Fly na lang to. Fly. And then, ano yung glide? Glide, no? So, nag-glide lang siya pag costume 1. Ayan yung glide mo. Tapos, nagfa-fly siya going up using the costume 2. Number 2 siya, fly. Okay. So, going back, switch to fly. Okay. So, when I press W, change Y to 10, and then it would switch to costume to fly. Okay. And of course, I would also duplicate this because when you're not pressing the W key, your costume should glide. Yan. Good. So, medyo mahirap tong game, ha? Kung napapansin nyo. Okay, so babaan pa po natin para medyo tumaas taas yung lipad niya, na. So, ang gawin ko, maybe set at least 5 seconds in between para hindi tayo nag-i-spam. O mabagal. So, bawasan pa natin 0.5, 0.5. Ayan. Okay, sir. Parang nag-glide siya all the way, no? If you want to add more, of course, you could add more. About 20. Basta make sure you have the same addition and subtraction value. Ayan. So, medyo mas mahirap siyang maniobra ngayon, no? Okay. Now, the last thing that we need to add is, of course, few things to add is the obstacle, yung iiwasan natin, and of course, the game over. Kasi diba sa Flappy Bird or Flappy original game, which is Flappy Bird, once we hit an obstacle, it would automatically have a game over. Okay? Okay, so we're very sorry po kasi mali yung grammar ko, no? Not have game over. Talaga mag-game over yung game, no? So anyway, let's add our obstacle. So in this case, instead of pipe, I'll be using maybe a bass string guitar, or kumbaga, if you want to add something different, halimbawa dragon, pwede naman, no? It's up to you. So I want for this game, I would add different types of obstacle, maybe a dog. For now, let's just add drum. Okay, I'll show you how easy it could code different sprite all at once you're done. Okay, so litan lang po natin yung drum para hindi naman siya masyadong mahirap ilaga, no? Or yan. Okay, so ang gusto kong mangyari dito sa drum, would start from the rightmost side, tulad yan, and then it would somehow loop, parang ganyan, or maybe straight line, do straight line, or maybe pag ganon, tapos pababa. Okay. So to do that, of course, let's proceed with the events command block. When green flag is clicked, once again, pwede naman po mag-start na tayo sa when space is pressed, kasi yun rin naman yun. No, hindi na tayo magsisimula sa when green flag is clicked. I want to add na lang dito maybe the looks, because i-hide ko rin siya. I would hide this sprite at the start of green flag para hindi siya kita dito. Okay, para when we press on the spacebar, we show also, just like our Flappy Cat. Okay. Now, we're missing the movement of the drum itself. Let's add few controls forever. Okay, motion. Now, instead of using move or change X and Y, kasi X na yung gagawin natin, no? Negative 10, negative and positive. I'm going to use the glide. Okay. Now the glide, of course, declares how many seconds it should reach from one place to another. So in my case, gusto ko yung itong drum ay dito. Okay. Ma-reach na to in maybe 2 seconds. And so as you can see, nagbabago yung value niyan. So you have to drag and drop another command block. So from the original position, which is here, go to X2 and then wait for maybe 1 second. Gawin natin. Wait 1 second bago mag-show, and then go to yan. Go to dito. Tapos glide. Now, I would change, of course, the value of this one. Para pataas siya. Pataas. So, we need a higher value for the Y. Ibawa ay 120. Try natin. 1 second. Yun yung glide, no? Yun. So, this would run only when the spacebar is pressed. Okay. So, ang gusto kong mangyari ay magra-randomize siya from this area of Y, 120. Gusto ko medyo bumababa or tumataas. So, pwede natin gawin. We need to add the operator. And then, we would use this value. Pwede po natin gawin yan for value declarations. So, halimbawa from the Y 58 and around maybe Y 170. So 58 to 170. Yan. Tapos I just need to add this on the value side. Pero doon pa rin siya magmumula, no? On this x-axis. And then pick random. Try natin. Wait 1 second. Go. Yun. Doon siya nag-end. Yun. Tumaas. Bumaba. Ayun. Bumababa siya. Okay. So, you could also at least, para mas mahirap yung game, mula dito sa y, negative 165 to 170. Para mahirapan talaga yung naglalaro, no? So, very random na po siya. Hindi natin na. So, ayan na. Okay? Iwasan na natin yan. So, very random. Now, of course, you have to set. Ang nangyayari kasi dito, you have the pause. Diba? Nagpo-pause siya. So, this is because of the wait 1 second here. Bawasan po natin siya. Then, point 1 spacebar na. So wala na siya masyadong pause, basta bato na lang ng bato yung okay. Also, I want to randomize the y-axis where the point of the drum would show. Gusto ko i-randomize kasi dito lang siya nagmumula. Pwede rin po nating gawin. Oh my, parang nahirapan na ako dito, ano? So, gawin natin. Go to the motion block again. Or, sorry, operators. Let's pick a random x-axis. Sorry. Y-axis pala. Y-axis. So, very random siya. Negative 165 just like before. 180 this time. So, mula dito sa 165 na to, going up to 180. Medyo mataas na siya. Bawasan lang po natin 160. Yan. So, from here, going here, very random na po yung pag-show ng drum natin. Yun. Tapos, random rin yung point of kung saan siya pupunta, no? Very random. Now, gusto ko rin sana na randomize rin natin yung speed mula dito papunta dun sa left side. Gamitin ulit po natin yung operator mula sa 0.5 para mabilis na mabilis, tapos siguro sa 1 second lang. Yun na yung pinakamatagal. Yun. Random po from 0.5 to 1. Siguro napakahirap naman ito. Ayan, nagra-randomize siya. As you can see, there would be a random speed between 0.5. Kung nabibilisan, you may add a little bit more. Tulad yan, from 1 second to 3 seconds before reaching its random destination. Okay. Now, I want to add more obstacle. No? I want to add maybe a ball. Siguro, hindi naman pwede yung bus. Ano ba yung mga lumilipad? Ghosts. Medyo unrealistic, no? Capture. Ito na lang, lightning. For the lightning effect, I want to tawag dito, shrink. So, what I want to do is rotate the lightning so it would always point on perhaps yan, ganyan. Okay. Now, instead of from here going here, ang gagawin ko naman po from the upper layer going to the lower section para pa ganun siya, patulis. Okay. So, just like before, scripts tayo. All events when green flag is clicked. Okay. So, to hasten up your coding, since this is just a very close code, what I want to do is just duplicate this command blocks. Duplicate natin ito. Duplicate and then drag and drop it to the next sprite, just like this one. So when the space is clicked, it would show again my lightning. Okay, and then let's try it again. Let's try the code. Yun yung lightning, no? Pero gusto ko naman, pababa naman siya, pababa. Instead of having the random of y, let's have a random x kasi dito tayo magsimula sa taas. Random x. So, kunin lang natin yung value 210. Yun yung pinaka-last. 210 to negative 200. So, yung y niya, we would like to have the value of 170. Para dun siya magsisimula sa 170 of y-axis. Dito yun, yung taas. And of course, random between the negative 200 of x to 210. Tapos, teka lang, parang mali yung ginawa ko, no? Ito pala siya. Mali. Ito. Yan. So, try natin. Glide to from up here, value ng y is 180. If you're wondering where to get the coordinates, you may just drag or maybe point your mouse to any point of the stage and you may check this coordinate section. Okay, now, since the x is already random, would stay from 180 of the y-axis going downwards. So, light, pick random to negative. Kailangan y rin eh. So, glide to random of x. Random siya dito. Bababa. Duplicate na lang natin ito para mabilis. Okay, tapos yung y ay dapat stay to 170, negative 170. Para dun siya papunta. Pababa, 170. Okay, let's try. Oh, ayun, no? So, it's going downwards. So, as you can see, it's, you have the random position of x mula pa ganun siya. No? Tapos, pababa tayo ng x again. This one. Papunta dun. Okay. Now, a few things to customize is that, we'll be having trouble if the glide command would be at least, has a lower value of 1 second kasi medyo mahirap iwasan. So, let's just say from 2 seconds to 3 seconds between that time para hindi siya mahirap. Yan. Para medyo realistic na pwedeng iwasan. And of course, gusto natin yung straight na gumaganon. No? So, add more sprite. Gusto ko naman yung lumilipad. Huwag na yung butterfly na lang. So, si butterfly, iwasan natin yan. Once again, I will click on left and right para doon lang yung direction niya. Hindi ko galaw. Hindi na siya magpo-point sa other side. Ayan. Tapos, I would like the butterfly to start from here going to the leftmost side. So, napakadali lang po nito. Events. When green flag is clicked, huwag na tayo mag-ganyan. Duplicate again para mabilis. Spacebar is pressed. So, I wouldn't use now the glide because I want the motion to be just as the same. So, mag-move lang tayo from left to right. So, if you have a value of positive, it should go to the right side. If you have the value of negative, it should go to the left side. About 10 steps. So, dito siya magsisimula. Okay. Go to X. Testing. Okay. So nangyayari po dito, the butterfly is having its problem. Nagba-bounce back siya because you have included the go to X value and Y value inside the forever command. Okay, so I'll just need to move the go to X value outside of the forever command. And as you can see, since I've rotated this using this direction, it's not it doesn't have the proper value. So you may either use look and then under look somehow point toward in direction of negative, going to the left. Now if it reaches this destination or this edge, I want it to move or to go back again to this coordinate. So to do that, let's just add a few conditions. If touching, okay, so under the sensing there has touching, so if it's touching the edge of the stage, it should go back to this coordinate again. Then this would of course somehow, so there isn't any movement. I wonder if it's because of the value. Let's try it again. Okay, so if you're having trouble with the movement, you see we have added the command of if touching edge, and since the butterfly is already on the edge, is still, or the command is going to this same coordinates. So what I want to do is either shrink or either move the butterfly itself. So instead of going here, let's just move it here so that it wouldn't touch the edge at the start of the game. Okay, let's try. Spacebar. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so it seems to bounce back. Let's check on the costume. Costume center is okay. It's bouncing back and back. Let's change the value again. There you go. Now while flying, I want the costume of the butterfly change. Okay, so to do that, just look under the look command block. Then instead of using the specific costume, let's change it to next costume. So every 0.02 seconds it would move 10 steps and it would show you the next costume. There you go, it's flying. So to add more speed, just add more steps. Okay, now the butterfly is spamming. So what I want to do now is add a little bit more pause on the code. So here is 1 second for it to pause. Oh my god, it's very slow. Just make sure that when coding, you have to identify when to where to put those pause command pause. So just like in our example here, is moving very slow because of this pause command. Wait 5.5 seconds. So if I remove this, it would move much faster. So it's spamming. So when keys, when key space is press, So dito tayo. Ito po ang gagawin natin. If touching edge, wait, go to, and then put a pause, maybe 0.15 milliseconds. Yun, bago siya gumalaw ulit. Kasi may hirap na lagi siyang galaw ng galaw. Yun. See? And I will also like to add hide. If touching edge, the butterfly would hide, and then wait at least 0.9 millisecond, and then go back. So it's not showing because you didn't put any show command block after the 0.9 second. Yun. So if you want to randomize the speed, the speed of the butterfly, you could also use the operators and then pick random between 0.1 to 0.9 maybe. Yan. So all I need to do now is to add the end game. Avengers lang. If I'm or if the Flappy Cat will touch any of these commands or the sprites, it would somehow show or should end the game. So to do that, let's add just another command here. When the green flag is clicked, forever na nating i-detect if we're going to touch these 3 sprites that we have included. So to do that, let's go to sensing. If touching drum, touching lightning, and touching butterfly, butterfly, gusto nating mag-end yung game. So paano? Simple lang. Let's go to the operators. Makikita niyo yung OR. So pag sinabi namang OR, basically dali na yan. Kung hindi man, yun yun. Kung hindi man, yun yun. Yan. So if touching drum, or touching lightning, or touching butterfly, ito yung mangyayari. Ang gagawin natin is papatigilin na natin lahat, no? Stop all, and then I would like to show maybe ang ginagawa po ng stop all ay ini-stop na rin yung code ng ibang sprite. So gagawin ko, instead of creating another costume or another sprite for the end game, gawin ko na lang is costume. Gawa tayo ng bago. Okay, so end. Yan. So gawin natin siyang vector para mas maganda. Game over. Ganda natin yung font. And then set the costume to center. Yun. Game over. Lakihan natin po siya. Yun siya. Sa tuktok. When resizing, you need to resize again the you need to set the costume again of the costume you have edited. Move na natin dito. Yeah. So I think I'm happy with this one. Okay. Let's just duplicate this one and then add another overlay. Yan. Game over para highlighted talaga siya. Game over. Okay. So if the cat touches any of this following, it would stop all the sprite or the scripts, and of course it would change the look of the cat to end. If not, let's switch the costume to light. So when key space is sorry, when key space is click, yan, mag-glide na kagad tayo. Parang ganyan. Yan. So, testing natin. Pok! Yun. Okay, so the problem is, nag-stop na lahat. Nagpalit na din to game over yung sprite natin, yung costume natin. Gawin na lang natin, center natin siya. So, to do that, let's just drag and drop this sprite. And then, once again, I'm going to use the go-to command. Go to this coordinate. So every time if I touch any of the following, it would automatically go to this coordinates and then switch costume to end. Now to add this script on the other costumes or the sprites, all you need to do is, of course, duplicate this one, and then instead of having this as your conditions, just use one, which is touching Flappy Cat. Okay, so this would be redundant, but it will make sure that all the codes will stop once it touched the Flappy Cat. And I would like to hide also the sprite para pag nag-game over tayo, mawawala na rin sila. So duplicate natin para papunta sa lightning, duplicate again papunta sa butterfly. So lahat sila mag-hide pag na-touch na si Flappy Cat. Test. Okay. Okay, so hindi na game over. Tanggalin po natin yung iba para hindi kagad mag-hide, mag-stop all yung command. Tok. Okay. So, ang nangyayari po dito, nag-i-stop all na siya. Hindi pa siya nag-switch costume. Lagyan natin ng pause bago mag-stop all, no? Para may pagitan kahit paano mag-read muna yung switch costume to end before stopping all the commands. Tok. Okay. If touching drum or B, if touching Flappy Cat, tanggalin na rin natin to. Baka nakakasagabal sa code natin. Yan. Oh, hindi na game over. Okay, let's check on the Flappy Cat code. If touching drum, blah 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 blah. Let's switch costume to end. Go to before stopping on. This is correct. The code is correct. Okay, testing ulit without the pause command. Okay, testing natin. Boop! Okay, hindi siya nag-hide. Yun na yung dalawa. Okay, so ang nangyayari dito, hindi nag-stop. Naglo-loop lang siya. Yun. What happened?
Yung game over.
Game over. Pok. Okay. Minsan gumagana, minsan hindi, no? Pok. Alright.
That's the drum.
Now, I hope you all enjoyed, but of course, this isn't the final output. But I hope you get the point in creating a game for yourself, including any animation that you want to create. Alright? Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all learned how to use Scratch 2.0.